Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is JC from the Virgo Plans. Today I have a plan with me for you guys. This one is actually for my Christmas spread of 2021. So let's get into it. Here's the kit that I'm using. It is called Winter Wishes and it's from Crafts by Thaowie. It's foiled in gold and all of the colors are so stunning and very much non-traditional colors for a Christmas kit. Usually I do like reds and greens with gold, but this kit was just so beautiful and I really wanted to go with non-traditional colors. I fell in love with it as soon as she released it. The day that she released it, I decided that that is my Christmas kit and that will be the kit that I use for the week of Christmas. So here we are. I do PR for Crafts by Thaowie, so if you want, you can use my code, which is JC10, and that will save you 10% on your order with Crafts by Thaowie. You can also mention my name, JC, in the notes to seller to get my freebie. The 10% coupon code isn't valid on her $2 Tuesday items, which I do recommend you pick up regardless because $2 Tuesday for her shop is really, really good. There's lots of good icons that she comes out with. But anyways, you can still mention my name in the notes regardless of $2 Tuesday or not. So yeah. This plan with me is a little longer because I've been slowing my plan with me's down recently just because that's requested and I think that it's nice to actually see what I'm doing kind of in real time. So they're only 2x speed instead of 1x or what I was doing before, which was like 4 to 5x speed. And I think that it's nicer to watch so you can actually see what I'm doing, and I leave a lot of like the cutting and trimming in there so that you can just really see how I got to the end point of this spread. So with that being said, I went ahead and I put a questions box on my Instagram stories, which if you're not already following me on Instagram, definitely do that. I post there on stories pretty much daily, and I post feed posts and reels and lots of fun things, and sometimes I go live on Instagram. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you're not already, but anyways, I put a question box there and I asked for some questions for this plan with me while we're getting through the date cover deco and everything that you're seeing right now. So we're going to go through them. So, Planned with Ash asked, what's your favorite part of the holidays? And I would say two things. One, spending time with family, and then two, gift shopping and wrapping gifts and giving gifts. Like just the whole process of gift giving, like shopping for people and then wrapping them and gift giving. And it's just very satisfying. I get a lot of pleasure and joy out of wrapping gifts. I try to pick like a theme each year. This year it was very traditional. I just went with like gold, red, and green and just kind of colorful. Last year I went all white and gold. A year before that I did only recycled paper and bags to wrap gifts, so that was fun. So I try to pick like a theme each year and I decorate my gifts accordingly. And I try to write like funny name tags too for my friends and for Tyler. So I get a lot of joy out of that. And then gift giving and like seeing them open it and stuff. And yeah, I really like that. But definitely just spending time with my family. I like that too. And yeah, I would say those are the favorite parts of my holidays. Okay, so next we have Aria, inspired by Aria, who said, what do you do as a job and or what would be your dream job? So my husband and I own a business together. That's what I'm doing currently. And I don't know what my dream job would be. If you asked me as like an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old, I would have told you I want to be a marine biologist. And that kind of fell through. I didn't really have interest in it as I got older. I still like studied environmental science in college, and that's what my degree is in, which is funny because it's not at all the industry that I'm in. But I still enjoy that stuff. I just don't know if I would want to do it as a job. So I don't know. I don't know what my dream job is. Okay, next question is from Animated Pretzel. It's, what type of food do you typically gravitate towards when going out to eat? I am a very basic person. I stick to what I know, when I go to restaurants, I usually go to the same restaurant and I usually order the same thing. I am so boring when it comes to going out to eat. It's just not something that I like. It's not something I splurge on. It's not something, I'm not like a foodie or self-proclaimed foodie at all. I just like what I like, and I like sticking to what I know. So I really love California Pizza Kitchen, going out there. I really love Panera Bread, very basic places. There's a couple nicer restaurants that I like going to as well for sushi and some other foods. What else? I really like this cafe that I have around. Like I said, I'm just a very basic person when it comes to food. I am not picky at all, but at the same time, very picky. Okay, next question. I feel like that was such a boring answer. Cassie said from Sweet Like Honey Plans said, what's your favorite scent and favorite flower? Ooh, okay. So I like different scents for different things. I would say like overall, if I had to choose like an overall scent that I just really love for lots of things, I would probably say lavender. I use lavender essential oil all the time. I have like a lavender spray. I have like a little roller ball with me at all times. I love lavender. But favorite scent as far as like perfume goes and scents that I wear on my body, YSL Libre, but the dark one. So when I go for perfumes, I usually go for very sweet scents, but not sweet like floral sweet, but sweet like vanilla sweet. And then some kind of like musty undertone, whether it's like tobacco or bergamot or something like that. So like vanilla, but also something else in there. So that, if that answers your question. Favorite flower though is it's got to be a tie between peonies and ranunculus. I love peonies. I think they're so gorgeous. I think peonies would probably be first. I don't know. They're both such pretty flowers. I also love lavender. I think lavender is such a beautiful flower and it smells good. And then I also love snapdragons. I think snapdragons are so interesting. Okay. She also asked, thank you, Cassie, by the way, for so many questions. You're so sweet. How many siblings do you have? Do you live close to each other? I'm an only child. I'm an only child. I always used to beg my parents to have another kid so that I wouldn't be so alone. And they would always tell me, but you have the cat. The cat is your brother. Like that's, Schubert is your brother. And so, yeah, they only wanted one kid and I'm that one. And I will say that for anyone out there who is thinking about having kids or wants to get pregnant, I will say that I wish I was not an only child. I wish I had siblings. I'm very jealous of all of my friends who have siblings and my husband who has a sibling. Just the connection that you have with them it's just a forever bond. It's like a friend that you can never lose. It's great. I would 10 out of 10 recommend if you want kids to have at least 2 so that they have a friend. Okay. Next question, also from Cassie. If you could have one major wish / dream come true, what would that be? Okay. So if we're talking if you were to get asked a question like, oh, you have 3 wishes, what are your wishes? Like genie in a bottle type, kind of fantasy wish. I would want to speak and understand and write every language known to man, past or present. So even like ancient Greek. I think that would be so cool and very useful just to be able to speak, write, and understand every single language fluently. That would be my wish. Fantasy, unrealistic wish. Realistic wish, I would like to have no more panic attacks ever in my entire life. That would be great too. Okay. What does your normal day in life look like on a weekday from Keepsake Plans? And very normal day for me is just waking up around 7:30 or 8, eating breakfast, having a cup of coffee, working for a little while, then maybe doing some planner things or some other personal tasks, and then going on a walk or doing some kind of exercise. I usually FaceTime Sid and we go on a walk together, and then continuing working and honestly, on a very normal day, I don't leave the house because I just have no reason to. I work from home. So yeah, I really just don't leave the house. I would work until probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, and then maybe do some more planner things or some more personal things. Maybe Tyler and I order some food or go out to eat. And then we usually like play a game, watch a show, or read a book. And I just continue either working or doing some personal things. Sometimes my work days are like 4 hours long, and sometimes my work days are like 16 hours long. It just depends on how many meetings I have, or what we're doing, or what's going on in the business that requires my attention that day. So that's a very normal day for me. Okay, Tara from the Sticker Garden asked, favorite holiday traditions? Okay, so if we're talking like all holidays here, Thanksgiving tradition is really fun. It used to be hatchet throwing, but then my uncle was like, no, hatchet throwing is too mainstream, so we're not doing that anymore. So now we do mashed potato volcano. It's very fun. And then favorite holiday tradition for Christmas would probably be also at my uncle's house, my aunt and uncle's house. They set up this like spinning, okay, it's like either spinning or stagnated, and it's full of ornaments or other glass things that my aunt and uncle got from the thrift store like Goodwill, and then we take BB guns and we shoot them. So yeah, that very random, odd holiday tradition, but that's what we do in my household. It's very, very fun. Let me think, some more holiday traditions. We don't have any like very exciting abnormal holiday traditions other than those. So other than that, it's like, just breakfast on Christmas morning at my parents' house and opening stockings. And then it's pretty much the same every year. We always have breakfast at my parents' house and then go to my aunt and uncle's for Christmas dinner. And yeah, I really can't think of any other holiday traditions other than that. I think that if I ever started a family, which that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. But if I ever started a family, I would definitely make some holiday traditions. Okay. So those are all the questions I got. And since we're still working on date covers over here and sidebar stuff, like I told you, I went a little crazy with the date covers. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about them. So I saw these elements, these like boxes and ovals and stuff in the kit add-on from Crafts by Thaowie, and I just immediately knew that I wanted to make date covers out of them. So I used the Glitter Mama's Monday through Sunday scripts, and I put them over top the boxes, and that made like my Monday through Sunday date covers. I used Paper Trail Plans date squares on top of that to, add the number. And then I saw Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan do this in her spread, where she took the ornaments that were in the deco sheets, and then she added some foiled string element to it, and then created hanging ornaments with the foiled string. I think that was flippin' genius. And I told her, I messaged her, I was like, I'm doing this. I just want to let you know, like, I'm doing this. This is genius and I'm doing it. So completely stole that idea from her. And then I added some more deco, and I added some, I foiled that little tree on Saturday, the 25th. Oh, and that 25th icon is also from Crafts by Thaowie, from one of her holiday icon sheets. And I thought it would be so cute to use as the number, like as the date dot on the day, because it says 25, and it was just like the perfect size. It was so cute. And I foiled that tree by cutting up. Okay, look in the very middle of the spread up at the top. You see the hanging garland, the foiled hanging garland. So basically I cut that up and I used it to foil the tree, because it was the most like dainty hanging garland material, or material, like, you know what I'm trying to say. And it just would fit so perfectly with that tree since it's so tiny. So I did that. And it was also curved a little bit, so it kind of looked like the lights of the tree were curving around the tree, versus if I were to use like a straight foiled divider or something, probably wouldn't look as realistic, like curving around the tree. So I did that there. And then for the rest of the date cover deco, I just used some Sadie Stickers foiled snowflake clusters just all around. And you'll see me using those throughout the spread. I used lots of snowflake clusters from Sadie Stickers and from Honey Inked just all throughout the spread. Okay, right here, this is my first time using the Panda Bird Design X Gathered Plans collection, which is called Gathered Layers. And as you can see, it's the 2 scalloped circles that are layered on top of each other. And they're blue, and I thought it matched so nicely with this kit. And I was trying to think of, something I could do for this area. I really wanted to put a script in here, but I didn't have any just holiday scripts other than Merry Christmas, which I'm obviously going to use on Christmas Day. So I found this little tiny script that isn't meant to be a script, but it was supposed to be like a gift box from Crafts by Thaowie icon sheet, and it says Happy Holidays on it. So I was like, okay, this is literally the only script that I have that is holiday themed that isn't Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. That I'm going to use Christmas Day and Christmas Eve on the respective days. So I just cut out that little box, and that is my script in that section. I thought it turned out okay. I like the way it turned out. I think I'm happy with it. All of the holly little leaves I think are Pretty Pink Co. So yeah, all of like the little foiled deco extra stuff is Pretty Pink Co. and or Honey Inked and Sadie Stickers. And then again with the date covers, the month section. So I used both of those things are Crafts by Thaowie. The blue, what would you call that? Like circular frame, like rectangular circular frame up there in the month section, that came with the kit. And then the white ornament that the December script is on top of, that actually came from an add-on. No, sorry, not an add-on. Black Friday freebie. It came from a Black Friday freebie, and I almost didn't even use it. I almost didn't even see it. I was just kind of going through like my white boxes because I wanted to layer something white over top that blue frame. And I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. It's so cute. And it goes with the whole hanging ornaments theme because it's a hanging ornament. Okay, and then right here, I'm doing my hole punch deco that I've been doing pretty much every spread since I started doing this. I haven't not done it. And I'm trying to mix it up. Sometimes I put like a big floral right in the center or layer a couple florals right in the center. And then this time I wanted it to seem like they were coming out of the edges of the column. So like the columns had some, flowers coming out from behind them. And this is what it looks like. Also, Tiger has been in this spread a lot. He was being so needy this day. He just could not stand being alone. He needed to be all over me, all over the desk, all over the stickers. I had to remove him a couple times and he just kept coming back. So I left him in some of the times because there was no way I was going to be able to get any of my spread done if I just had to keep taking him off the table and then he just jumps up again. So that's why you saw little paws and Tiger's little face come in there because he was being such a needy boy that day. Okay, so here's the base all done. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and now we're going to get in the day by day. Okay, so starting with Monday, first of all, I just want to say that this is my first time using the new kit format from Crafts by Thaowie, and let me tell you, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I think that the amount of MIDI boxes that she has and like non-traditional boxes that don't take up the full width of the column are amazing. I just can't get enough of it. I really, really like MIDI boxes. I think that, and I've only done it one time before where I did an entire spread using only MIDI boxes, but I think I'd like to do that every time. I think that it's so nice just having a smaller space to work with as far as like writing and scripts go, so that you can have more fun with like the outside and things poking out or going on top. I think it's just better for layering by having the edges open. So as you can see on Monday with the upload haul, that was like, a MIDI square. And I thought it was so cute. All of the icons are either White Deer Stationery, Crafts by Thaowie, or Paper Muse Crafts. So all of the doodle icons, the ones that are not foiled and they're just like a very soft color, those are all White Deer Stationery. And then all of the foiled icons are either Crafts by Thaowie or Paper Muse Crafts. Those are like the only icons that I've been using. It's been helping me keep my spreads look very consistent and very, the same throughout, which is nice. So anyways, Monday I uploaded a haul, and then I went to Whole Foods later in the day, and I had Shake Shack at night for dinner. It was very much like an errands day for me because I had done laundry earlier and worked earlier, so very much an errands day. And then at night here I'm marking that I read my book. At the time I was reading The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. Very, very good book. It also is kind of set during Christmas time. You know, honestly, it's not really a Christmassy book, but just some of the events took place during Christmas time. And so I thought it was a perfect book to read in December, which I finished it and it was so good. Like, such a good book. If you're looking for a good book to read, highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend. It just came out recently too. I think it came out like end of 2021. So yeah, very good book. Okay, moving on to Tuesday. I started out in the morning by working, and I really like trying to switch up, or what I've been trying to do recently is switch up the types of icons from White Deer Stationery that I'm using to mark work. Because obviously I work every day and I could easily just use the same icon every single day, but that gets boring and a little too repetitive in my planner. So for Monday, I use the email icon, and then Tuesday, I'm using this very cute, which is my current favorite work icon, which is a laptop, a little notebook, and a cup of coffee. And that is honestly, other than it being a laptop, that's really what like my morning looks like. I have a desktop, not a laptop, but that's really what it looks like for me. I have my little notebook next to me, I have my coffee, and I just work, and that's like a very accurate description as far as an icon goes. Okay, so next I edited my plan with me. Again, trying to use different stuff here. So I used the little desktop icon. And then here I'm marking that I listened to a podcast. I don't know about you guys, fellow YouTuber friends, what you do when you edit, but I cannot not have something listening to. Like, I have to have a podcast or a book or music with lyrics, because editing just becomes a very repetitive task for me. Like, I feel like I could almost close my eyes editing. Because it's just such a repetitive task. I just need something else to like occupy me. So yeah, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you're the same way, for those of you who make videos. Okay, so after that, after editing and listening to a podcast, I wrapped presents. I really, really like the way that I layered the two White Deer Stationery icons, the wrapping paper and the ribbon. Very cute. I chose pink and blue for those icons because it matches the pinks and blues in the kit. And then down here, I didn't have enough room to use 2 phone icons from White Deer Stationery. I will do it later in the week, you'll see. But I'm marking that I had a FaceTime sesh with Sid. It's my best friend. And I FaceTime her pretty much every day. But I only sometimes mark it in my planner when I have room. But we FaceTimed while wrapping presents together. It was very fun. Okay, so here I'm marking work. Again, different way to mark it. I used a clipboard and put a floral inside, idea courtesy of Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan, and then I foiled it with a little bow on the side. I love those bows. I just got them from Sadie Stickers. If you haven't seen my most recent haul, go watch it. That's where I hauled the bows. But I just love them. I think they're so cute. Okay, so next I'm marking more laundry here, and I used a White Deer Stationery laundry basket for that. Wednesday this is one of the weeks that we had the cleaners come, so I'm marking the cleaners here using a very cute little what do you call it? Just duster? Feather duster? Feather duster. Cute little feather duster here. I think that's so adorable. Such a fun way to mark cleaning. And when the cleaners come, I usually do a lot of laundry and housework and like picking up and stuff, because they just, they're able to do a deeper clean if there's nothing on the ground. So I usually spend like an hour before starting the laundry and picking up the house and stuff, so they can get in here and do a great job. Okay, so next I'm using another midi box. Very, very fun shape and size. I love it. Over here to mark, I think, uploading my plan with me. And that YouTube icon is so cute from White Deer Stationery because it's a camera. like an actual camera, but it has the YouTube icon on the screen. I just think that's so adorable. And then down here, I'm marking that we had pizza this night. I don't know if we went out for pizza or if we ordered in. I feel like we went out. We haven't really been ordering pizza in recently, so it's probably going out. But either way, pizza night. It's a very good night when it's pizza night. Let me know in the comments down below, how often do you guys go out to eat? Because I feel like we go out to eat way more than the average person. I am not a cooker. I don't really enjoy cooking. Like Tyler, he loves cooking. He does it because he likes it. Like when I cook, I'm cooking for the purpose of eating. Like I just throw things together because I'm hungry. He will wait. Even if he's hungry, he'll like spend a lot of time making things and adding things, and he's very creative with it. I just make what I know, and I'm creative in other parts of my life, and I'm not creative in the kitchen. He is a much better cook than I am. So anyways, moving on to Thursday, I marked working again using that same icon from White Deer Stationery, and then, but a different box, a different fancy box from the kit, which I thought was adorable. And then I marked that I filmed a plan with me. Again, very, very cute camera icon from White Deer Stationery. Could have used the same one with the YouTube, but I think that this is just as cute, if not cuter, and a good way to switch it up. Okay, so down here, I was going to layer these two presents over top of each other, but then I just thought the size difference of them was a little too much, so I just stuck with the one. But I liked how the other one had blue in it to match the kit, so yeah, it was a tough decision for me. So anyways, I marked wrapping gifts, and then over here, I'm using, this is a Pretty Pink Co. gift tag box, white box. And I'm using this to mark quite a few things we did this night. This was really fun. We went to Starbucks and we got a hot chocolate through the drive-thru, and then we drove around and saw a bunch of Christmas lights. And it's tricky because, and I don't know if this is legal or not, so please guys don't get me arrested here, but we kind of snuck behind people in their gates because every single neighborhood is gated. Literally every single neighborhood within like 15 miles of us is gated. So there was no way we could go see Christmas lights without sneaking in behind a car. I hope that I didn't reveal too much here and that you guys aren't upset with all the illegal things, but it was all for Christmas lights. Okay, moving on. I feel bad about that. So next we watched Home Alone. And speaking of break-ins and awful things, we watched Home Alone after. And I thought that White Deer Stationery TV, like old box TV, was so cute. So anyways, let me know if you guys like, because I love seeing Christmas lights. We do it every single year. If you lived in an area where there's only gated communities, would you sneak in to get to go see Christmas lights? Or would you just not see Christmas lights? Because I don't think I could do that. It's like a tradition. I guess that is another tradition that I have. It's not a tradition I have with my family, but Tyler and I have been doing it since we first got together, is every year we go get a hot chocolate from somewhere, get in the car and just drive and see Christmas lights. Okay, so the next day, which I think is Friday, we are marking a Starbucks run in the morning. And then I'm marking over here that I did some last minute Christmas shopping, which I'm not too proud of because it's Christmas Eve. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Let me tell you, I was not the only one doing last minute Christmas shopping. It was quite busy, quite busy, okay? And it made me feel less bad that I'm not the only last minute shopper. I'm usually not a last minute shopper. I usually start shopping for Christmas gifts like super far in advance. Like we're talking October, November. But you know what? It was one of those years. I blame it on having COVID in December. So that's a valid excuse, right? We had COVID. I couldn't go Christmas shopping. Okay, so down here, I'm marking that we went ice skating. And that's another thing that I do every year in December, ice skating. I guess I have more traditions than I thought. Or maybe I just don't see them as traditions. I see them as just things that I do every year. I guess that's a tradition, right? They're not family traditions, though. Just like self-traditions. So anyways, ice skates are from White Deer Stationery. So cute. Added a little bow. And I went with Tyler, and it wasn't that fun because we had to wear masks. And honestly, I was pretty out of breath in my mask ice skating. So we cut it early. Like we had like an hour, but I think we only spent like 30 minutes on the ice or something, which is still a long time if you've ever been ice skating. And then I'm marking Christmas Eve. I wanted to do like a more fancy way of marking Christmas Eve, but honestly, I just didn't have that much space. We did a lot of things this day. And then down here, I'm marking that we watched It's a Wonderful Life, which let me know what your favorite Christmas movie is down below. I think this is my favorite Christmas movie. It's like a tie between this and Elf and Home Alone. I love It's a Wonderful Life. It's such a good movie. I would probably watch it like not during Christmas time as well, because it is set in Christmas time, but it's not like about Christmas, if that makes sense. Whereas I feel like Elf and Home Alone, those are Christmassy movies. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if you've ever seen It's a Wonderful Life, you probably know what I'm trying to say here. But let me know if you guys like watch a certain movie on Christmas Eve, because we always watch a movie. It's not always the same, but it's always a movie. I love that, and also Miracle on 34th Street. Okay, so moving on to Christmas Day. I marked Christmas Day here up at the top. I tried to do it like as fancy as I could, but I also wanted to leave space for all the other things. Usually I would have marked something like super special like this, a lot bigger, maybe with a full circle, not an oval, and then it would have been a lot bigger. But yeah, so that's Christmas Day. And I didn't have like enough space below Christmas Day to put what I was going to put next. And I ended up just putting this floral here, but I wish I didn't. I wish I just used the whole space to mark Christmas Day. Anyways, that was such a run-on for what I did there. But moving on. I'm just marking that we opened presents this day. We didn't go to my parents' house or to anyone's houses because we had COVID the beginning of December. And so we just called everything off and canceled our flights and canceled everything because I didn't know like how long we were going to have it, or, how long we were going to need to quarantine for or anything like that. So I had just canceled Christmas entirely. And we ended up having Christmas in February, just a few weeks ago, actually. So it was just me and Tyler at home, and it was nice, actually. It was really, really nice. So I marked opening gifts. I used that very cute Crafts by Thaowie tree with gifts. And then here I'm using a bike icon to mark that we got electric bikes. That was like Tyler's big gift for us, as he got us both electric bikes, and we immediately after opening presents went on a bike ride, and it was so much fun. I love electric bikes, okay? It's great for hills, let me tell you. Great for hills. And then down here, I'm just using a lot of space and two phone icons from White Deer Stationery to mark that we had FaceTimed literally everyone that you could think of. Aunts, uncles, friends, parents, everyone. We just had so many FaceTime calls this day because obviously we weren't there in person. So I just put FaceTime with fam, but it was like so much more than family, like all of our friends and everything. And we even opened some gifts that we had sent each other in the mail, like, over FaceTime. And it was a really big thing. It was a big part of our day, is FaceTiming our family. So I made sure to use like a lot of space for that. Okay, moving on to Sunday. So here on Sunday, I am marking that I had used my Nespresso machine in the morning, and this is something that I got as a gift from Tyler for Christmas. And even though I have an espresso machine, like an actual, espresso machine where you grind your own coffee, I had really, really wanted something easy that if I didn't want to spend 10, 15 minutes in the morning making a coffee, that I could, do something easier. So, I marked using that for the first time, and that was very, very nice. Okay, moving on, I marked that I had a FaceTime with my aunt and uncle. Unfortunately, my uncle got COVID. Fortunately, he had no symptoms. He was asymptomatic, which is great because he's a lot older, and we were all very surprised, that his immune system was awesome. But I FaceTimed her a lot the next week, like every single day, checking in on him and checking in on her. And so I had to mark that because it was like definitely a big part of my day and, a big thing to hear. Okay. moving on. We had a friend that was passing through like town, like through our state to go somewhere else, and he needed a place to stay. And so we housed him for the night. We gave him a free hotel stay. And he stayed over, and we actually had a lot of fun. We went out for dinner. We played a bunch of board games that night, and we played with the PS5, which was another thing I got for Tyler for Christmas this year. And we ended up doing just like so many games, PS5 games, board games, everything. I taught Jordan how to play gin rummy. It was very, very fun. So that is how my Christmas week went. And I know that maybe you guys are tired of Christmas because it's February, which I get. But if you want to share how yours went in the comments below, definitely tell me, because I would like to know, what did you guys get? What was your favorite gift? Give me some holiday traditions I can start, since I clearly don't have that many. And yeah, that's the end of this spread. I really hope that you guys like the way it turned out. I personally really like the way it turned out. This was my first time doing date covers that did not come with the kit, like date covers that I just made out of stickers that I had and, other stuff from the kit. And I really, really like it. I think that I'm kind of bored of regular date covers now. So I think I'm going to try to do this in the future every time. We'll see. It depends on what's in the kit and how much stuff I have to work with, but we'll see. So here are the leftovers for this week. I actually used a lot of the florals that were there. As you can see, I don't really have that many. That would probably make up like a half sheet. So I really did use a lot. And if you're new here, I do give away that sticker book. Idea also came from Lauren. Lots of ideas from her. But here is the final look at the spread. Like I said, very happy with the way that it turned out. And I hope you guys liked it. So if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And once again, you can use JC10 to save 10% on your order with Crafts by Thaowie. And don't forget to mention my name in the notes to seller to get my very fun freebie, which has lots of goodies on it. Alrighty, that is it for this one. If you guys are not done watching my channel, I will leave you 2 more videos right here. Bye!